Good afternoon, everyone. This is Christian with PerfectStockAlert.com, a 100% free service for smart investors and traders. All we ask in return, please refer a friend. Today is Monday, September the 30th, last day of September 2013. We're looking at a few different charts today. I got an announcement to make as well. So let's, where do we want to start? Well, I guess we'll start with the charts. The Dow Jones Industrial Average, we'll look at this quite quick. We can see that you didn't get confirmation today. In other words, we had the hammer candlestick formation that formed on Friday. Looking for confirmation, didn't get that. We got more of a sell-off, which we talked about that last week. Told you that was expected with the news and the debt ceiling debate and so forth and so on, government shutdown threat and all that stuff. Just don't worry so much about it. The market overall isn't too concerned with it. You'll see some of the charts today. We had some sell-off, but nothing major. If we do have a shutdown, then you'll see more of a major sell-off, and that would be fine as well. We can stop that in a couple positions already. But right now, I'm just looking to get long because the chart is still a high point here, higher high here, low point way back there. You can't even see anymore. It's lower than this one here. We're still in an uptrend. There's nothing odd going on here. We have lots of room to maintain that uptrend situation here. So there's nothing really to do here. To watch the news and see what happens, and eventually they'll work out a deal, and you will come rallying back up and test the previous high. One item to note about today's activity on the Dow chart, you can see the candlestick formation, pretty bearish looking. However, if we look at the Dow Jones Transportation Average Index, which we'll look at in a minute, you're not getting confirmation that you're just getting more of a little pullback, still consolidation, and so forth and so on. It's actually a great entry opportunity. Okay, here we are looking at the Dow Jones Transportation Average Index, and in this particular chart, you can see all we did is just give itself a little bit more of a pullback here, but it's a doji formation at the middle of the Bollinger Band line, still above the 50-period moving average is here, still above the previous low point that was here, and again, here is your last doji formation right there. And again, these are not signs of massive breakdowns; these are signs of consolidation. Nothing odd there. You also notice that the ultimate oscillator is shifting up here rather than, even though price is going lower, and that would be indicative of a divergence, a bullish divergence, where we're overshooting to the downside. It's not a sustainable situation. We're going to reverse and continue to move higher. So that's something to keep in mind as well. Looking now at the nasty NASDAQ, this chart is one that has really been a pain in the neck for me for the past couple of months. This particular chart, and you can see today's activity, you gapped down to this point here and then climbed all day long back up here. You're really showing very little fear in this average, and so whenever you're looking at the news that's going on in the market, if you were to have a government shutdown, these guys would have a lot of makeup selling to do, so you would see them get hit pretty hard. And so that's another thing that you just want to watch for. If you got that sell-off, it would be good. You'd want to wait and see a nice pullback, hammer candlestick formation, entry opportunity, so forth and so on. Right now, I'm not buying this at this level, but there are opportunities that will be developing. You're seeing Europe start to do that as well, so we'll look at those as well. All right, quick glance here at the S&P 500 Large Cap Index. Today's activity, more of the same, confirming the Dow Transportation Average in the S&P. You can see, sorry about that. You can see that you have another hammer candlestick formation formed here. We didn't get confirmation of the previous one. We talked about that one was going on. You need confirmation here. And then all we're seeing, though, is more bottom signal. There's nothing bearish about this chart. High point here, higher than the previous high. Low point down here, lower than the previous one, the one that followed. So this is still an uptrend. This is all we're looking at. This just ignore the news, read the chart. That's all you can do. If you get some kind of anticipated move where we have a government shutdown, because right now the market's not anticipating that. If it was, you'd be seeing a lot more failure here on breakdown. But if you were to get that, then you could see the chart start to deteriorate. But otherwise, you're going to just continue to hold this formation and continue to move in the same direction as we have been, and that is up. We talked about this before. Told you couldn't keep a tight stop off of this thing like that because of the news formation. It's going to give you lots of opportunities for more volatility to the downside. But as long as this low is held, you're fine. Okay, we were stopped out of the Russell 2000 Small Cap Index as well as the Wilshire 4500. These are simply moving sideways. Like we talked about on Friday, this is just like that kind of activity going on there. There's nothing really happening here. You can wait for either a pullback that gets more dramatic and you get something like this and hammer candlestick formation, that kind of thing, or you can wait for a breakout here and then be a buyer at that point in time. Keep an eye on it. It's still bullish. Again, uptrend is intact. You have high points higher than the previous, low points would follow the same. So that's something to keep a watch on. Okay, a quick little update and announcement here for you guys on the free website at perfectstockalert.com. We've been talking about bringing this new feature up for a while. Dow 30 alerts will be opportunities setting up there as the markets find their bottom and start to reverse higher, so keep an eye on those. And then over here in the chat room, we have made that available to you guys now. It came live on Monday. It holds about 200 people at one time, so we'll see if that's enough. We can always adjust it if it needs to be higher. So right now it's first come, first serve. Whoever's in there can chat with me in their intraday, as well as after the market analysis video is updated, as well as several other guys you can get information from. So it's important to check that out whenever you get a chance. Let me go over there right quick and show you what we're looking at. Here we go. Here's the chat room. It looks like that. A couple of guys in there right now, myself included. And you can also do private chats with one another and so forth and so on. Okay? God bless. Take care. Enjoy the evening. And I will see you all tomorrow. Please take a moment to review our disclaimer. The information provided herein is our opinion only. Under no circumstances do any statements here represent a recommendation to buy or sell securities or make any kind of an investment. You are responsible for your own due diligence. To summarize, we do not provide investment advice, nor do we make any claims or promises that any information here will lead to a profit, loss, or any other result. These videos are for educational purposes only.